Good morning, guys. Welcome to goonlinetrainings.com. So, we are talking about assignments and projects. So, we have uploaded a lot of assignments, and you can see part one and part two. Totally, I think 21 assignments are there. We split because the file size is in a big size. So, we have uploaded part one, 12 assignments, and 13 to I think 21 remaining assignments as part of part two, right? So you can just take and complete one by one, and at least not all assignments, at least a few assignments you can complete. Just read them. If you're able to understand, just proceed with those assignments. At least 3 to 4 assignments you should be able to do it. And the project is must. Okay, so this is the project, everybody has to do that. And in this, data modeling is done, right? So data modeling is done. So we are talking about call center performance. This is the goal of the project. So what is the project goal? We need to increase the performance of each and every executive in terms of number of calls they're taking it, number of or admissions increasing in. So whatever the company wanted to have. So all these things we need to verify in this call center. So couple of reports. So we have to do it. So what are the steps we have done? Loaded the data, cleaned the data, data modeling is done. This is what is called schema. DAX expressions, now we are going to be discussing about it. You can also implement if something is needed in this project. Requirements, you need to create some reports, and using that you need to create some dashboards, right? So these are the requirements. So the goal of the project is, so this is the goal. What is the call center performance? That is the goal of the project. So somebody asked you, what is the goal of the project? Is this call center performance? So this is what we need to targeting. We need to target in this project, right? So some report requirements I have given: total students count, total inquiries, course-wise inquiries, course-wise, month-wise inquiries, month-wise telecaller-wise count of inquiries, telecaller performance, month-wise number of calls, right? See, you need to get the data, then you create some visualizations. Maybe, see, we have you have bar chart, column chart, at least few three to four. At least you can use pie chart, or you can use simple table, or you can use some card visualization. Don't go for many things here. Don't go for many things here. At least three to four, which you're able to understand. So use only those things. Okay. So once you learn the Power View, visualization should be used when, right? So that concept, if you know, then you can take this visualization, which is the better visualization for what you will be able to understand, right? So, inquiry latency count. Inquiry latency count means if you get the inquiry today, for example, John, called today, let us say 20 June 2024, he got an inquiry on the date, but our team called to John on 22nd of June 2024. What is the latency? Latency means జాప్యత. తెలుగులో latency means what? జాప్యత. Clear? That for each and every guy, whether they're able to call on the same day, that means zero latency. So next one day, next 2 days, next 3 days, or no calls gone to the student. So they have asked for the course, but our team did not respond at all. So you have an inquiry date, so that you need to compare. Inquiry date will be this date, right? So we're talking about a follow-up date. This is one more date. We need to do the date difference operation between this date and this date. In terms of difference, I need to have in the days. Clear? So if you have this data, you will be able to know we have 20 inquiries. 20 inquiries. This is called on same day, called on same day, 1 day delay, 2 day delay, 7 day delay. So when you have these numbers, you can perform the total average. So then we'll talk about average. Average, so total data and divided by in this one. Average 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So total 5. So total value 8 and 15, right? So 15 by 5, the latency is a 3-day latency. Clear? So that means my team is going to be taking average 3 days time to call you back. So that needs to be, they need to call same day. So I should not get more than zero. That is the latency means they have to call same day itself. But some 5 people have inquired. Two people got the call on the same day. One guy 1 day latency. One more student got the call 2 days latency late and 7 days latency. Like that, you should be able to call. It is 10 days. 10 by this is total 5 people. So 2 days is the latency. Like that, you need to understand. So the latency and everything. So once you target one by one, we'll create more number of reports, right? So this is the one I spoken about average time to give a call. So this is the average time, right? Demanding courses. What are the courses? More admissions are happening top 2 months. So I have given only 12, but we can increase, or you can also increase more and more, more and more, more and more. So this is what as of now I have given some requirements. You create these requirements, whatever be the visualization that as of now, you can just randomly put those. So we will include some more requirements. So if you have some more requirements based on this understanding, you can also write your requirements and send it to me. I will also add some more requirements once we finish these 12 requirements. Clear, guys? So this is very, very important. And right, so we need to target towards only the call center executives performance. Okay. So then how many admissions have happened? Admissions based on your entry and the payments. Payment is done means the admission is taken already. Right. So these are the requirements I have given. If you have any questions anytime, you will be able to ask me. So you need to work on this project. So the sample data I have given, you can also create the sample data, at least 20, 30, inquiries you can have it. But if you need more and more, I will be able to give you my sample data so that you will be able to, work with that. Okay. Let me show you my sample data. I cannot record my original data. I can give you. I cannot record. Okay, so we discussed about I have, I cannot record the original data on the screen. So original data have shown, right? So nobody is going to be giving you all original data with the phone numbers and everything to the developer, because if the developer leaks the company's data, it will be problem, right? So when I give my data, I do not have any control, because once I'm sharing it with you, you may do whatever you wanted to do it, right? So definitely no companies are going to be giving you complete data. If they have 10,000 student data, they may give you 1 or 2,000 rows. And if there are email IDs, addresses, and if there is a phone number, all of them will be removed, or they may write some duplicate, or some other numbers. So normally 10 numbers are there, so they may replace 1 or 2 digits here and there, right? So last digits and first digits are in between digits. Some 2, 3 digits they replace, and you will be able to get the phone numbers. But those phone numbers are not real phone numbers, right? Like that. So that is about the date. The companies will give you same, headings. Column names will be as it is, because if the column names are changing, and tomorrow if you give me your reports, and if I take my data, even though one column is mismatching, then definitely my my original data is not going to fit in the your data. So whenever we give anything from the client side, from the customer side, so they'll give you original data with the column names, everything as it is, but only the number of rows are reduced. And so if there is a 10, 20, 30,000 rows, they'll give you only limited data, right? So and phone numbers, everything will be changed. And the payments also will be changed. If you pay 10,000, they may write some 500, 200, 300 like that. They may not give you original data, right? So later we can understand that you are going to be creating all the reports, all the dashboarding requirements. Then when you submit your reports, right, a testing team is going to be reviewing, then your file is going to be, updated to the production server. When they update, what they do, they simply go and change the original sheet. So how do you do? So this is my data, right? So this is my dummy data. Let me go click on data source settings. So this is the dummy file the company has given. You're using this data. So what I do, I'll be able to change the source. Now they will give you original sheet now, right? So that sheet you have to browse and attach it. All of them is going to be working. After attachment, what you do? So simply click on refresh. When you refresh, the existing data will be deleted. Original data will be loaded to the files. That's it. All the reporting visualizations will be populated and recalculated, re-aggregated with the new data. That's it. So this is how the companies are going to be giving you a sample data. But once you give them the file, they simply go to data source settings. They replace your file, and with their file. They may having the original file with this in the C drive or some other drive. They may replace. After that, what they do, they simply click on refresh. That's it. Everything is going to be working smoothly. If it is not working, anyhow, developer is going to be there to fix the issue. So as of now, that is how the people are going to be doing the projects in the companies. Okay, so this is a simple project I'm going to be talking about, but there are a lot of other layers to it, right? So that you can discuss later. But as of now, you need to, goal of the project I have explained. So here we are not talking about what is the payments received. All of them is not there. Completely counting. Maximum times we are going to be talking about only counting operation, not the sum of operations here, right? So call center. So there is no much more, what do you say? Monetary data. Monetization is not there. So complete it is count data, right? Call center, performance we need to improve. So this is what is the simple requirement that you need to work with this. So if you're ready, I will share this thousand rows, whatever we have. So those data, I will be able to share it with you. You can write me email if you're not able to find this. If you're ready, anytime you write me email so that I will be able to share the data with you, or I'll upload this file in your what do you say, teachable portal. You will be able to download it from there. Clear? So that is what. So you need to think. See, whatever the customer is given, more than that, you can think and write your own requirements. So the 12 requirements I have given, you can also, think, let me write one more requirement. So this may be one more requirement. That may be one more requirement, right? So there is a saying, right? Customer does not know what to do because they have their data. A customer may be confused, right? So more and more questions you need to ask, and you will be able to create lot of requirements, right? For example, when you go to the doctor, right? You are a patient. When you go to the doctor, and the doctor is going to be asking, "Tell me, Bhaskar, you were talking about stomach pain till yesterday. Let me ask you some question. When did you, start feeling, getting this kind of a pain? What did you eat last night? Did you eat more veg, more non-veg, right? Where did you eat? Or, house food or, outside food? Lot of questions is going to be asking. Did it started evening 3 o'clock or 5 o'clock? Lot of questions. Customer does not know. Even customer is getting the pain. Customer does not have the points to tell. So when you ask more and more questions, so customer will give you a lot of things. So we're talking about, call center data. So customer may not give you all the requirements, right? So when you keep on, telling and asking and asking, asking and asking, so more questions when you ask, the customer will open his mouth, right? Or her mouth. Or otherwise, simply if you take the reports and create, it is not the good deal. So you should be able to ask more and more. Probing is very very important at the time of gathering the requirement, right? So probing is very very important. Probing means asking questions to the customer. Sir, what kind of reports you need, what kind of issues you're facing currently, and what kind of a performance you're talking about, and how many executives you have, what kind of a performance you're talking about in terms of number of calls or in terms of time. So what is that you're going to be looking at? So what is that you're not able to get from the existing reports, right? So what is that is the pain point, because already you would have implemented some kind of a reporting, because every company will have a data, every boss will ask for the report. They're sending a lot of report, but whenever the boss is asking, I need this kind of a report, the technical team is saying, sir, it is impossible or not possible. So the guy, then this boss is does not know what to create that report. He's stuck there. So every time, the boss may be asking a lot of reports, but the technical team is not able to prepare. The technical team only preparing the reports in the Excel sheets. Okay, when you create any report in the Excel sheet, there is a special name given to that. That is what is called MIS reporting. MIS reporting is what? Management Information System reporting. So people are going to be using Excel sheets, and they will prepare the reports in the evening, and they will be able to send the reports. Now this MIS reporting is today BI reporting, business intelligence reporting, because we don't use Excel here. We use SQL, we use ETL, we use Power BI, right? We use modern technologies, and we create any type of a report today for the companies, right? MIS reporting. If anybody is working with Excel, so those people can easily jump into SQL and ETL and Power BI. So MIS reporting means management information system, or some kind of a reporting tool. They will be having it. A lot of limitations with the tools. Clear, guys? You work with this, and you just get back to us anytime. But you need to complete whatever you are able to do it. You just review with your peers. Always peer review is good. Peer review means what? When I prepare something, I'll ask my mother to review, right? So if this is good, then I will be able to release. For example, I create a short movie, 1 minute video I have taken. So my sister, my brother, my friends, I'll be able to give, and I'll ask them the feedback. This is what is called peer review. Peer means your subordinates or your colleagues are going to be reviewing, right? So whenever you do something, you share with your own colleague in that team. So this is what I have created. So just can you review this, and can you give me some points? So peer review when you do, and you should do the complete review before sending it to me, right? So without testing, without reviewing, don't send me everything. Don't send me everything, because if you don't review, it will be a problem for me, right? You need to review first, and review means a testing, peer review, self review, and what is that Bhaskar sir asked, and what is that I'm giving, and all these things, right? You need to do it and send the PBIX file, so that I will be able to review from my side as well. So you take your own time. You take 1 week or 10 days, so you can implement and work on this project. Same project you can keep as part of your CV as well, right? So, so I'll give you much more complex things when you implement all of them. If you need some more things, I will increase. But as of now, we need to do whatever we have given. So if you need more and more, you can give me your assignments. We can continue from there. Chalo. We'll start. We'll stop the project. So you need to get back to me. I will share my data sheet with you, and you create the data modeling, and you work with the remaining stuff slowly. Slowly you do it, right? Slow and steady wins the race. So many projects you will be able to see in the YouTube. They will be more focusing on increasing the colors, reducing the colors. So those kind of things are useless. Many projects I have seen, they'll say Power BI project, 2 hours project will be there, but most of the time they are going to be talking about look and feel. So nobody is going to be talking about look and feel. But if you make a look and feel, that is good. But most of the projects are going to be completely focusing on the look and feel. Rather than that, You need to work on the cleanliness and more data modeling concepts and more DAX oriented. And what is the goal of the project? When you able to say these two, four, 5 points to your interviewer, he will be able to happy. Instead of that, I'll increase the font size, decrease the font size, make it to red color, make it to blue color, make it to italicized font. All these are formatting. So many projects I watch on YouTube, uh, they're taking simple data. Data is simple, that is fine. But end of the day, what is that you're going to be gaining? What is the problem they're attaching? What is the goal of the project that you have to know? So more data modeling concept, this kind of things you need to acquire more and more. Clear? Rather than this, they'll ask you, tell me the last project you have worked on. So what is that you have learned? You can say that we have a major data coming from SQL. So we have used SQL, we have used Excel sheets as a source, but for the dumping purpose, I have used SSIS. So when they say Power Query, you did not use it. So most of the data is being dumped onto your data warehousing. So then I'll ask you more and more questions on the SSIS and data warehousing concept. Then you say data warehousing data we have taken, we have loaded into Power BI to create a report. Right. So we have loaded the data, very small, transformations we have done it. Most of the transformation, SSIS is the ETL tool. Most of the transformations been done there. So we couldn't do much more transformations at the Power Query level. When you say like that, so people can understand, oh, this guy knows not only the Power BI, but also data warehousing, but also SSIS, SQL, everything is talking about. So that is how we need to, say, that is how we need to tell the interviewer saying that, sir, I'll get the data in Excel sheet means what else you know? That is what they'll ask. What else? Then this is what I have used. When you say like that, you will get caught. Right? So only Excel sheet means you worked for a small chota mota project, small company you worked for. Yeah. But when you say, sir, we have a large amount of data coming from different sources, Oracle data we will be able to receive it. So we will be able to receive from a lot of Excel file, text files, lot of other data. So at least 3 to 4 things that you need to say. And we are not completely directly loading data into Power BI. So there is an ETL tool called SSIS or on-premises ETL tool. So that ETL tool is loading the data into the data warehousing. After that data warehousing data, we are going to be taking into Power BI and we are continuing from there. So this is what is the architecture. So then they'll ask you, what is SSIS you have done, what kind of a packages, what are of transformations you have implemented, what kind of a data warehousing architecture you have created. So what is the size of the data warehousing? How frequently the SSIS packages are going to load the data into the data warehousing? What are the issues you face? All these things you can understand, right? When you complete SSIS, then you can completely do those things. Then after SSIS, then data warehousing, you will have one more free project here that also implement. So then Power BI, then SQL. If you talk about all of them, it will be good. This project is I'm talking about only some Power BI because I'm going to be getting the data only using Excel, right? So this is what. But here we are going to be implementing, a project with SQL loading and everything, right? So this is the one more second project you can work with, and this is also one more project you can work with. So I told you in the beginning we can give you one project, but we are no second two projects are there you can implement, right? So these things you need to understand, so that you will be able to, create your, width. So when you say we are able to also get the data from different sources, different, this one we have used. When you say like that, you will get more attention than people are only talking about Power BI visualizations and everything. Those people will not get any attention. So the interviewer also will ask some 30, 40 minutes of questions, and they will say, I think that guy knows only one or two technologies. I think we don't require that kind of a guy. Immediately, they'll give negative feedback to the HR people of the company, right? So because every time I'm talking about only Power Query, ETL, nothing, right? But when you say I'm able to get the data from SQL, Oracle, dump into this ETL used, I have used data warehousing, I know what kind of a schema is there. So everything when you talk one by one, so then interviewer knows that this guy knows lot of other technologies. This guy we need. So even though you're not 100% master in everywhere, at least you know a lot of things. At least if you have 60, 70% questions you were able to answer, the interviewer still will consider you, right? Because you know most of them, and you have totally 3.5 to 4 years of experience this guy has. But everywhere this guy has a knowledge. SSIS, you said my rating will be out of 10. You can say 7 out of 10. And SQL, you said, right? So let us say 7 out of 10, right? Power BI, you said 8 out of 10, right? If it is a 5, you need to put off 4 by 5, 3.5 by 5, like that. So they'll ask your ratings. So data warehousing concept, you said, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. So this is how you should be able to say, I have 3.85 years of experience. I have done my BTech in 2012. Afterwards, I worked for a bank, 7, 8 years. Then after that, I, moved in my bank only. I have moved towards the technical side. Before that, I was completely into MIS reporting. We used to create a lot of reports with the loans data, with the share market data, maybe mutual funds data, maybe savings banks data. We used to create a lot of MIS reporting. But now I work with the technical team. I became a technical guy. I am also a technical guy. So this is what is my rating. When you say, they will give you very beautiful opportunities. Clear? So totally 2012 onwards, you're working for the bank. Today is 2024. You can say only 8 years completely into a banking work with the here and there some MIS reporting. But last 3 to 4 years, 3 to 4 years, I am working 3.5 to 4 years. I'm working with these technologies in the banking. Your designation will be anything. You're a bank executive. Doesn't matter. End of the day, designation they don't ask you. They'll ask you, tell me about your project. Tell me about your past experience. Tell me currently what are you doing. Then you can say, currently I'm working with the loans data. My bank is going to be getting large amount of data from Oracle and SQL Server, and all this data is pulled from there using SSIS packages, and this data is going to be loaded with the help of SSIS to data warehousing, and we create a lot of transformations. So blah blah blah. So that is how you start your project. So you will have very good the foundation that you're going to be laying in front of the interviewer. So they'll have very positive feedback. So we'll be able to get it. So this is how we need to work always, guys. Clear? So I'll stop this, and if you have any questions, you can ask me, and I'll continue further. If you have any questions related to this stuff, whatever we discussed so far. So we have a lot of pre-recorded videos about the project explanation, or what kind of a challenges you have faced. Tell me about yourself, right? All these pre-recorded videos I have already recorded, I have uploaded. Once you done everything, you take those interview preparation videos from us. It will be there in the teachable portal. You practice interview preparation also. You need to practice, right? The first question they'll ask you, tell me about yourself. I would have spoken at least 1 or 2 minutes in that. So my name is Bhaskar Jogi. I'm having almost 10 plus years of experience in the banking domain. Or I'm a housewife. I did not have anything. I'm passed out of 2015. So later on, I got married, and because of family responsibility, I couldn't work anywhere. 2020 onwards, I started working. 2015 to 2020, I was a housewife, right? So family, busy with the family and everything. 2020, where I got some time and I started learning. My brother, my friend, taught me to learn this. I have taken some online course, and I took this training, and I have, taken this 3 months internship program with goonlinetrainings.com or somewhere. After that, my brother shown me one small opportunity in a small company, and I have joined as a fresher. Now I got some 3.5 years of experience. So 2020 15 passed out. Now you told the clear story. That's it. So they'll ask you, okay, 5 years you're a housewife, or you're 2012 passed out, you are in the bank for 8 years in the MIS reports you used to create, or you used to create work with the customers last 8 years, and after that you moved to the back office work. In that I used to create a lot of reports to my boss, so in Excel and everything. And after that, next to me, there is a technical team. So I was interested towards that, and when I when I my company sees my qualities and everything, they pushed me to the technical side. So they gave me training, 1 month training they gave me, because I know how to create Excel reports, everything. I took the training, SQL training, this training in my company. So then slowly I have gone there. So my designation is this only. So past 10 years I'm working for ICICI Bank. First 8 years completely a executive. Now I also my designation is customer executive. But these are the roles and responsibilities I was handling. So people not worried about your designation. So whatever you speak, that is more important, right? So I worked with Power BI, I worked with the transformations in SSIS. I know what is the ETL, I know what is the data warehousing. We have a bigger data warehouse. When you take your conversation towards that, people will forget about your designations, the past and everything. They'll be asking, okay, tell me what do you know, tell me your ratings. So the next question, what all you have done in the previous project? So tell me about yourself is done. Then then after that, tell me about your project. You can say past 3 years I am working for only one thing, that is loans project. So all over the India, my company is HDFC Bank or ICICI Bank or Kotak Mahindra. We give a lot of loans data. We will be able to receive it. So we are going to be getting the data using Excel sheets, or Oracle has a lot of data, or we have SQL Server as the front end, some tool where the data is there, all the loans data. So the data is gets pulled. So in that we have different loans, home loans, personal loans, gold loans, right, house loans, lot of data, right, emergency loans. This loan, all the data is going to be received. So we will be able to create lot of reports. How many loans have been sanctioned each month, right? And how many people are paying regularly, or how many people are defaulters, right? What is the loans have been sanctioned, what is the profit on this loan? So all these reports we are going to be preparing. So loans means what are the types of the loans, and which area and which which branch is giving the more loans, and where the which branch is also getting more profits, and where the customers are taking the loans and we are able to recover the loans, clear, and which areas. So we were able to identify, for example, you say area called Vijayawada, where people are taking a lot of loans, but they're not, recovery is very, very difficult. Or you can say some XYZ. So when you Nagpur is the hub of the India, you give more loans, but the people are not very interested making the payment. So when you say like that, people are okay. So that means the company will be very, very focused. If it is Nagpur or some other place, you don't get the loans very, very easily, because the report says that a recovery point of that, it is very difficult from the Nagpur, or from from some other city. So like that you will be able to talk about some real time incidents. So they will be able to happy about your narration as well. So this is the key point. Key goal we are talking about loans recovery and loan profits, and which area what kind of a loans they are taking more. If it is Hyderabad, more house loans they're taking. If it is some Vijayawada, they are taking more auto loans. They're luxury towards lot of Benz cars, BMW cars. They take more auto loans than this kind of a loans, right? So what kind of a segment of loans you're offering? Lot of things you can analyze and you can give it to them, your higher authorities, right? Same thing. You need to have some story. If you don't have the story, you will get caught, right? Simply say, I worked on the project. So then they'll ask you what kind of a project, what is the goal of the project? Tell me what kind of a reports you have created. So like that, they will be able to ask you. Then you will be able to say, what at least this kind of a cities we have identified, this kind of issues we were able to identify, right? So, like that, when you say one or two story, it is completely storytelling, right? In the interview, then they'll ask you a lot of interview questions, right? Tell me what is equal, what is Power BI, technical questions they will be able to ask you. Chalo guys, okay? So this is very much, important if you wanted to prepare for your interview. So all these things have been recorded already, kept ready for you. And the only thing is that you need to learn one by one. SQL, Power BI, first you complete. Then you complete this kind of a small assignments in the project, small case studies. Then afterwards, exercise is compulsory. And don't tell me my one of my friend told not to do this. My friend did not take it. I did not take it. So that is not the thing, right? So your friend is eating something. You don't and always go and eat the same thing, right? You have your own choices, right? So if somebody is not taking, his fault, his life, his understanding. But you need to take the proper path. You need to believe one mentor. I am the mentor, right? So I don't want to sell my course here. Whether you take it, you don't take it, it doesn't matter. So people should not think like that. So I'm promoting because you have to learn all of them, right? At least limited courses you need to take it, and in that you have to learn. I also told I have started in data engineering, but you don't need the data engineering part now. But after 2 years, definitely you need data engineering once you get the job. Clear? So SSIS you practice, SQL you practice, data warehousing practice, projects you practice, assignments you practice. What else you need? You tell me. So we are giving more than you asked for. Clear? But only thing is that you need to practice. For the practice, you need time. Let it take 1 more month extra, 2 more months extra, 3 more months extra. No worries at all. Right? 3 months of difference will not create until and unless you need immediately job. Otherwise, you take your own time and complete all of them. All the best, guys. Any other questions?